We are live. I was telling my wife when we did, not this week, but last week, Saturday. I don't know why I point, and I don't know why I tell people we're live, but I do it now. It's like a habit. We were talking pre-stream, but let's pretend like we weren't talking. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I've been a little tired and a little grumpy, but I feel like I'm coming out of it, and probably having the last live stream helped. I like this. I like this stuff, and I've been getting a little grumpy lately, and being with my people, you and some of my friends in chat and such. I think it's probably something I need right now
because I good medicine.
It's my computer, and it's not my computer's fault. So anyway, welcome in. Let me see who's here. We'll say hi. Then we'll talk about your week and my week, and then we'll talk about. Well, we probably have more topics than we need.
We do. We always do that.
Stacy's in the house. Pirate Princess Red's in the house. What's going on? 2 mod extraordinaires in there. When I say mod extraordinaires, I think of all the girls in the 80s when I went to high school. Yes, I'm that old. Shut up. And their hair, because mod. You know, are you old? You're not. You're too young. Do you even know what mod music was? Are you?
Nope.
Just call me old right to my face.
I'm too young.
Jerk. Pearl Manhattan in the house. What's going on? That's a fun name to say. I'm going to say it again. Pearl Manhattan. Orlando guy, my buddy's in the house. What's going on? Richard, Mar, my friend, how are you? Kay, what's going on? Orlando Mike, what's going on? Look at all the Orlandos are here. The Orlando guy and Orlando Mike in the house. I wonder where they're from. Kay, Magic of the Mouse TV, my favorite Phillies fan. Captain Akron in the house. Jack Sandy Claus Logan in the house. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I spit on my hand a little bit. You think I'm going to get a disease from overseas? That's kind of gross, right? Alyssa in the house. I didn't mean to ignore you. Don't spit on your own hand. Can you get sick from your own self? Probably not, right?
No, you're good. I think you're safe.
I don't know if I'm good, but
Jeff has been marked safe from himself.
Nathan, what's going on? Glad you're here. What troll gave us? I know. You know what? I definitely got. I fired a few people. Guessing it. You know what? I don't care. But
Josh and I got those too, and I think Shep I saw did as well. There's just a thumbs downer around, and you know what? Good for you. You're giving us their time of day, and I'm sorry.
When you get out of your basement and you go upstairs, you tell mother hello. Tell her I said hi. Yeah. I don't care. But
give me another Hot Pocket, Mom.
I love that movie. Somebody in chat, tell me what movie she's talking about. I actually told you a story about Hawaii related to that movie, didn't I? I feel like I told you that story.
I think so.
Hi, Michael Riley. Hi, Orlando Mike. All the Mikes, all the Orlandos, everybody's in town. So how's your week been? I'm so selfish. How's your week been, Lynn?
Long and exhausting, and here we are. I look forward to this every week, and I'm happy we're here. And it's been like a flash. I worked a lot after I get back from Orlando from my run, and I was tired from my run, and then I'm tired from work, and I'm just trying to figure life out one day at a time.
One day at a time. You're too young to even know that show, right?
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
I am mad at you now. Jerk. All right, whatever. There's her. Oh, gee. There is her, what is it called? YouTube channel. Check out the link. Give it some love. So we have every week we do our show, and then we have our post show, and our post show used to go like 3 times longer than our show.
We've been good lately.
Yeah, and we're gonna be good tonight because I'm tired. But we always say every week, one of us says, both of us usually say we have too many topics every week, and I think I have too many topics this week. But I want to talk about Byte. I want to talk about TikTok because we talked about it last week, and I want to talk about Byte. And then we've got so many other things that we'll get to someday. We're never going to run out of topics for the show. Elvis Shot TV's Dole Whip Dad Smashes Laptops. That'll be the name of my vlog tomorrow because that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, it was totally my fault. So was that Mar? Mar, yeah. So Mar and others were in the earlier chat. If you were there, I appreciate it. And it was my fault totally. It was so when my computer does what it does, so you got to have your computer charged up. Now, no big deal. I was on my computer all day, and I knew it was dying, but I was going to come up here and plug it in. So I come up here and I plug it into my internet, so it's hardwired, not on Wi-Fi. I plug it into my power so I don't run out. I check all the things,
Oh, you're doing way more steps than I do. That's probably why I lag.
Yeah, I've seen your husband do your steps for you. So whatever. Don't lie to the people. So I'm checking all my stuff and I'm all good. Well, I wasn't. And so when it's going wrong, I'm like, I have no idea what it is because I did all my steps. I did them poorly. So it's just my battery dying. So I can't really be mad. Can I smash my own self? No, that would be less than effective. But
Don't do
anyway.
that.
So we, on this show, if you're new to this show, thank you for being here. This is Creator Talk. It's our weekly show where we talk about things that me and Lynn are passionate about, and that is growing as creators, growing on YouTube especially, but not always just YouTube. Last week, we talked almost extensively about TikTok. TikTok is fun to say, but not a social media platform I'm on. You're on it, and you've had some fun with it.
A little bit.
Different. Dave was our special guest. Dave is a great guy from Brandy and Dave. Get over to his channel, check it out. If Ahmad wants to drop their link, feel free. Love them. They're crushing it over on TikTok. They're crushing it with the podcast. Hey, Melly Mel, what's going on? Did you do anything different on TikTok this week? I didn't watch your TikTok because I've never watched a TikTok except for the ones that are repurposed on Instagram.
I don't think I TikToked this week. I think I did like maybe 5 days ago. I put something up. I don't even remember what it was. It wasn't that memorable.
Did it change your outlook? Hey, Samantha, how are you? Did it change your outlook? Did it change your perspective? Are you more likely to dive into it? Are you less likely to dive into it? Because I am not going to do TikTok. I was positive I wasn't. He made me think about it, but I'm not.
No, I actually was on TikTok tonight, but I was watching other TikTokers and laughing my butt off. So I think that's where it is. Like, it's entertainment. There was this one TikTok of a baby, and then they did a song, and then they smushed the baby's face, and it was really funny. I don't know. It had 6.5 million views. So,
wow.
And they only had, I think, they had less than 10 videos up. And that was their biggest hitting video. And it was funny because.
Or is this just some random?
No, that was just on the homepage.
I was hoping you were going to say it's Josh or Dave or somebody.
No, that he will have a baby soon and he can smush their face as much as he wants.
As a fan of babies, I vote against smushing their face.
It was funny.
I mean, all right.
The baby won't remember unless it sees the TikTok. So I'm just kidding.
I know. Think about it. All of our kids they have no chance. Anyway, Mar, who is one of my favorite people, says, I still can't figure out denuding the shelves of lavatory paper or hoarding TP. Is this a coronavirus thing? Or I've never heard of the name denuding. Denuding, to make not naked? Denuding. I don't know. Right? Denuding?
Denuding. The act of not being naked. I don't know.
So I denude myself every time I come out of the shower? Is that what?
You put your clothes on. I denude myself when I get ready for work.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't either. Orlando guy says TikTok is trash in my opinion. So I have not been on TikTok. Hey, that Florida feeling, what's going on? Welcome in.
There's a lot of trash on it for sure.
Oh, is there? I don't know.
It's cringy is the word I would use to describe.
So that my initial thought. We talked about this. Might have been offline. Hey, Kat, what's going on? Perfect Cat in the house, guys. She was just my guest.
Hi, Kat. You were great.
She was great, and she was a trooper. She was better than me by leaps and bounds. I couldn't even stay on my own show. Kat, love you, and so glad you were there. I don't know. I'm not going to get on TikTok currently. I'm not going to say I never will. I have some issues with it. Hey, Pete McDevitt.
Hey,
what's going on, my buddy Pete? How are you? I have some issues with it that have nothing to do with anything we talked about last week. And I mean, we can talk about it, but I don't think we need to. I think, it is what it is. But I am on Byte, which makes me feel like a little bit goofy. Yeah.
I'm on Byte. I don't get it, though. It's harder than TikTok.
It's fine. So I want to talk about Byte tonight. So the reason I was interested in it, it's only been out there for like 6 weeks or maybe 7 weeks. And I signed up for it a couple weeks ago. I think me and you signed up for it like the same day, maybe even. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. And I didn't post on it for a week or so because I wanted to get a thought on it. I just thought the term denuding was.
That's hilarious.
I like the term nude more than denuding in general, but I guess it depends on who. I'm going to change the subject. But it's fun to say. Kat says, TikTok is in school is a huge issue. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember I run after school programs at the time. It was a Boys and Girls Club. I remember sitting in a room full of the adults talking about how MySpace was going to ruin our kids' lives. And then Facebook was going to ruin our kids' lives. And, you know, I'm sure back in the day, they were worried about the telephone ruining our kids' lives. So I'm not one to dive into, social media. Obviously, I'm not on social media. I think we should be on social media. Now, that doesn't mean it's all good, plenty bad. But TikTok's just a place. You know, my Facebook is full of people I follow. My Instagram is full of people I follow. If it's full of a bunch of junk, that's who I wanted to follow. So it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to talk about Byte tonight because were you on Vine back in the day?
No, I never got into it. I have no idea. I mean, I know what it is, but I never got into it. I think I was at a very busy time in my life that was not social media involved. Hi, Sparkles, Supreme Queen.
Are you aware of why Vine went away?
Vaguely. I'm sure you know more than I do.
So I'll just give the quick 2 cents or my 2 cents on. So Vine went away basically because the creators on Vine, 8 second, I think it was 8 seconds, pretty sure it was 8 seconds, video clips. Not unlike TikTok, I think. Pretty darn close to it, probably. TikTok is integrated with, was it Musical.ly? I think. I hope I have that right.
Yeah.
Regardless, there's music integrated with it. Hey, Lasercat, Vine was something that had a lot of growth on it. A lot of influencers. It's a weird word. I don't really love that word, but influencers were crushing it on there. Hey, Sean, that's what's going on. And so a bunch of the creators, the Vine creators who were crushing it, met with the guy who led Vine and said, hey, we're going to all leave and we're going to go somewhere else, YouTube, if you don't figure out a way to monetize this, like YouTube has done. And he said, yeah, it's a great idea. We'll do it, blah, 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 blah. And then 3 months later, 6 months later, whatever, nothing happened. And they said, screw you, we're going to go to Instagram. Or, excuse me, we're going to go to YouTube. And we're going to go to Snapchat. And then some went to Instagram. Most went to all of them. And some of those Vine creators are people, hey, Tim, who a lot of people know now on YouTube or Instagram or wherever. Vine never got its stuff together, and poof, it's gone. So the guy who created Vine then created Byte. It's about 6 weeks, 7 weeks old. And I'm just going to read the article. And again, guys, reading to you, I know that's boring, but I'll try to not be boring. I won't read the whole dang thing. From Social Media Today, the headline is Byte outlines initial payment process for creators with $250,000 allocated to payments. So I'm just going to read it and then we'll talk about it. One of the key elements that eventually led to the demise of the short-form Vine app, Vine, sorry, I can't read, was its inability to offer revenue generation tools for top creators. As the story goes, a group of Vine's top creators who had seen other Vine makers migrating to YouTube and Instagram to make money met with the Vine management in 2016, called on the company to formulate a better revenue sharing process or see them abandon the platform, taking their audiences with them. Vine and their parent company, Twitter, were unable to come up with a workable alternative, so the creators left in what eventually proved to be the final blow for the app. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Vine co-founder Dom Hoffman, was well aware of concern, which is why he announced the launch of Byte last month, his successor to Vine. The whole plan was to do it again, but with an eye towards the creator. Hey, Michaela, how's it going? Hey, Sherry, how's it going? Here's the thing. Here's the problem and the good part. So I'm a big Roberto Blake guy. If you watch the show on Sunday nights, you know I talk about Roberto Blake pretty much every Sunday. Hey, Brian, what's going on? And one of the things he talks about on YouTube is the holy grail, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is gone. Back in the day, if you got on YouTube and you created anything that got any traction, you did well.
Yeah.
You did really well. And YouTube, Google, has a great platform where they share the revenues. If you send in a super chat, Google gets 30%. If the ad revenue that the companies buy from Google, they give us 30%, 40%. It's a revenue generation. It's a revenue sharing idea platform, and I love it. Hey, Movie Man Nick, what's going on? Movie Mania Nick, excuse me, what's going on? It's interesting because they don't have that on Instagram, and you don't have people whining on Instagram, hey, you need to have monetization, or think of your favorite platform. Something about the video creation, the Vine creators cried and whined, cried and whined, cried and whined, went to the Vine guy, bitch and moan, bitch and moan, bitch and moan, and then left. And when the top creators leave, doesn't really matter if they're right or they're wrong. They take their viewers with you.
Following, yeah.
He killed it. So he is trying very hard to do it again, but with a mind, with an eye towards the creators. I don't know if it's going to work, but because they have committed so much to putting money back into the creators, I thought, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to get in there early. Much like what Dave was saying about, I think he called it a land grab right now on TikTok. He's probably right, but let's be real. TikTok's been around for a couple of years. Byte has been around for 6 or 7 weeks. And so I don't know, this could be something that we talk about tonight, and in 6 months, there's not even a platform, but I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's when I'm doing videos anyway, a 5-minute video has a whole bunch of clips. Some of them are 8 seconds or less, right? And so if you I'm not going to just take the stuff that I'm doing there and put it on Byte, but it's not hard to do another. If I do a 10-second clip, I cut it into an 8-second clip, I throw it on Byte, I do that 3 times a day. It really takes me a minute and a half, which is much like what Dave was saying about TikTok last week, which is why I really decided to talk about it this week.
See, I haven't had that experience with TikTok. I guess it depends on what kind of video you take, which also comes down to I film all of my YouTube videos on my Canon M50. So all of the content I have on my phone is in addition to it. It is for Instagram. So my content that I have on my phone to purpose for TikTok or Byte or any of that is so much smaller than other people that are purposing so much for TikTok and Byte and all of those other platforms. Face place guy.
So, he's so funny. So, do you ever use your mobile phone videos in your vlogs? I don't know why that sentence was so hard to say, but it was.
Exactly one time. The very one and only time I have done that was for my P.O. Box reveal opening, because I didn't plan on going there, but I did go there and I didn't have my camera. So I used my phone to film a very short segment of me opening, like the opening and then opening the mailbox and getting my mail. And it was probably a minute of film. So that's the only time I've ever used it. I like it. I have a great phone that I could definitely use to vlog on, but I have a Canon M50, so I use that.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I haven't let myself invest in, both financially and the time, becoming a camera vlogger, is I think these are pretty dang good. Like it's in my pocket already.
They are good. Yeah, it's super convenient.
I mean, it would be better content, but I don't have to deal with, like, when I first decided I want to be a vlogger, I didn't even know how to take the content, the video and or the pictures off my phone and put them on the computer. I really didn't. I'm not saying it's hard. I just didn't know how. And by the way, Orlando guy, I want a theme song. What the heck? You just walk around town with music playing? That's freaking awesome. That is gold.
He has a boom box on one arm, right? Blasting. Someone please screenshot that.
I know, it's perfect too. Like, we planned it. And I'm totally picturing, again, young little Lynn, I'm totally picturing Gene Wilder in Silver Streak with, I bet Bill knows what I'm talking about. Hilarious movie. I don't know about anybody else. But yeah, Orlando guy, I want a theme song. Can I make is it like a nickname? Does somebody else give you a theme song, or do you give it to yourself? Like on a nickname, you can't give yourself a nickname, right? You got it, somebody else gives it to you. I'm gonna need to talk. We're gonna need to have Orlando guy on the show.
Yeah.
Shelly, I wasn't in the office Friday. I teach Shelly, to answer Shelly's question. Where'd it go? There we go. I don't go into the office every Friday. Sometimes I teach and it's at a different location, and so I wasn't in there Friday. So I'll be in the office tomorrow. So I'll check it. Anyway, Disney Life for Me, remembers that? Great movie, right? Anyway, I'm in a good mood and I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's a problem for a show. At least I didn't lose my internet connection like I did last time. But anyway, okay, so let's get back to Byte. Let me get all. So I don't know if Byte's going to be around. I do think that because the owner, hello Anna, welcome in. because the ownership, management, whatever the right way to say it is at least publicly blaming the demise of Vine on them not handling creators better. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if I believe they're going to do anything right on that, but I do think I'm going to be there for it as it happens. I just want to watch it. I want to be a part of it. And if it works, it'll be great. But to bring it back to the Roberto Blake thing, I think what was wrong with Vine is they listened to the whiners on top. It's like Disney Twitter. I hate Disney Twitter because, man, they're mad. The lines are too long. It costs too much money. I'm mad at the millennial. Oh, they don't even have kids. Why do they get popcorn? All of it. Shut up. But I think that's just, it's like, what's wrong with Twitter? Really? People think people care. Like that. Yeah. You're yelling at each other, whether it's politics or Disney or whatever they're talking about. So I think it was a mistake to react that way. I think Roberto Blake would say, create, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or MySpace or whatever. I'm trying to do the least valuable things here. You're creating a brand around you or your content. Like the Orlando guy is going to do good stuff, and he can do that wherever he puts it. Magic of the Mouse is a podcast and a YouTube channel. The Lynn Project is Lynn. It's not a YouTube channel. Lynn has a YouTube channel, so that's part of it, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably, there is too much junk on Twitter. I totally agree, Mar. But I want to be there because of that aspect. But I think the Roberto Blake thing stands, and it's simply this: create and then figure out a way to monetize. And that's why I want to talk about sponsorships. I'm not ready to talk about what I want to talk about with sponsorships totally tonight, because there's a thing out there. So I run a nonprofit, and one of the things we'll do is we'll create a menu. So nonprofit people are good at asking people for money. Hey, will you please give me money so my kids can play basketball and I can buy shirts for them? It's something we do. Hey, you want to come golfing for me? You can go golfing for $30, but you can pay me $500 to do the same golfing. So I can. It's something we do. So because we do that, and I have menus for things, I think the way to go about this is probably to have a menu for, how do I say this? So we had on Disney Princess Couture a couple weeks ago on Instagram. I didn't ask her how much she makes. I'm not going to ever ask anybody how much she makes. Right. But they come to you when you have enough followers. She's not a YouTuber. She's a creator. She's mostly on Instagram. And that'll go for us. As we build our, our influence, brand, yeah. Hey, Gonzo, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Blue Nose, what's going on, man? I think that those opportunities come. One of the things that I want to do, what I want to help people do, what I want to do for me, and then help other people do it, is show people how to make that ask. That it doesn't have to be so terrifying. You're not knocking on the door asking somebody to buy a security system at their house, right? It's not that hard, frankly. And so anyway, I'm excited about that. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I hope that other people understand it too from all of our previous conversations, if they've been around for a while, which most of the people in chat have been following along for a little bit. But
I want to bring my work expertise, whatever, I know that sounds weird to say, my experiences from work into this world. And I mean, like Frank, like, let's just look at this. Bill is in chat, or at least he was. I think he still is. He's this show's sponsor. He's my friend. He's this show's sponsor. Right above Lynn's head is a logo there. It's pretty cool.
I got it right the first time.
You did. I think that it's, there's so many opportunities. I remember talking to the Disney guys about some of this stuff, and I told them I'd pay you a little bit to have my logo up there, and every now and then you say, hey, Jeff doesn't suck, check out his channel, right? I mean, it's not right. There's value, and there's also obviously I like them. I am a sponsor for Resort TV 1 for 2 reasons. Three reasons. I really like their content. I got to know them, and I really like them. They have 18 billion people watch their channel, and every now and then they say, hey, Jeff doesn't suck, go check him out. It's a win-win-win. So I like that process, and I like I like supporting creators.
Yeah, exactly. Lifting. Yeah. I love what Josh said before. High tide raises all ships, and that's true. Like,
it is so true.
Positivity and supporting the people that, like, I personally won't go and endorse a channel or a page that I don't know, that I don't have any relationship with, because I'm not going to put my name behind.
It's like those people who send you vegetable tasting gum, right? Or whatever.
Right. I'm not going to do it. unless I support it. So if I shout somebody out, if I say a channel or an Instagram page, or they are people that they have the Lynn Project stamp of approval. I enjoy these people. They are awesome. And if you like me, you're going to like them maybe even more. So go check them out too. That is what it is for me. If I don't have the time, I have a very small amount of spare
Yes.
time to
Yes.
delve into other people's pages or content or whatever it is. Or if it's not related to what I'm doing, which is what my followers are following me for, then I will not endorse those things because I have certain standards that I follow by that I want to uphold for my subscribers and my followers. That's just me. That's keeping it real.
Smart. That's smart. And in the beginning, anytime somebody's trying to, monetize, like I remember the first the first thing I got, it was gum. It was energy gum. And they sent me, I don't even know if it was an email or whatever. And hey, will you try our energy gum? Blah, blah, blah. Like, sure. And so then it showed up. I never even put it in my mouth. I didn't ask for nothing. I'm not going to do it. Doesn't fit into my channel. That's dumb. If you ask me to support your sanitation service contracts, no, I don't know anything about it. No. But if it's something to do with what I know, that's different. And so that's why creators helping creators certainly works.
Right. But that's how you find other creators that you love. That's how I found you and the This and That crew and, Stacy and Mar and Gonzo, like all these people that are connected in this community.
It becomes a snowball. It gets bigger and
Yeah.
bigger and bigger because you find channels you like, content creators that you like, friends, all
Right.
of from personal, professional opportunities, friendship opportunities, growth opportunities. It's all good. But then you get, I did a video on it. Me and you talked about it early on in our getting to know each other process. I did a video on I've had it 3 or 4 times now. Somebody wants to buy your page. As soon as you get monetized, you start to get
I had that too. Yeah.
So, and by the way, don't do it. The deal's horrible, but you worked out hard to get monetized. It's so dumb. But
I just blocked them. They kept sending me emails like every day. I'm like,
so I don't know if you remember or if I even told you. Gonzo's in the chat. He knows. We talked about this. He knows this about me. I want more.
Mess with them. Yeah. How much am I worth?
No, I want to make a video out of it. I had more people knock on my door the other day trying to sell me another security system. Like, dude, who buys from somebody who knocks on their door? I didn't know I needed it until you knocked on the door. How dumb is that?
Right.
But,
hello, Amazon.
Tamales. The sweet lady who lives down the road who brings me tamales, I am in. I will buy your tamales. But if it's like $100 or more purchase, no. I'll go do my research, dummy. But that's a whole other thing. But Gonzo wants you to support his water page.
Yeah, I got you.
Water, whatever.
I am a strict Fiji supporter now, Gonzo. Just an update on H2O crew.
So Byte. So I actually like it. I didn't do Vine back in the day. I do think it fits into. I didn't like Snapchat. I never liked Snapchat. It's weird because I like Instagram totally fine, and Instagram took a lot of what Snapchat was doing well with and did it better and kind of thumped Snapchat. So I don't know why I liked it on one platform or not the other. I think it was, I don't know. There was no search, there was no searchability, all the things. It's still trying to survive, and it is what it is. Right? I'm the floor brush guy. I want to buy some combs. Lynn does not get that joke either.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lynn, you're calling me an old fogey and you don't even know it. But that's a whole other thing. So
I'm not trying to. I know a lot of older things. I'm an old soul.
I'm an older thing. Shut up. Why would you say that? Okay. I'm pulling up Byte. So Byte's kind of interesting. Let me find it on my thing. Da, 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 da. So let me just show you.
Disney Contemporary.
So here's something I posted on
rumors
Byte.
On social media of somebody fallen from the Disney Contemporary. Let's hope they're wrong.
So I didn't want to do a whole video.
Anybody else bummed out they're not at Hollywood Studios writing Mickey's Runaway Railroad? Just me. Anybody else bummed out there?
So That wasn't me. That was his. So my point is, obviously, it's not long form. It's 8 seconds. It's hard. The hardest thing for me is to shut up. I mean, look at me. I can't even shut up. I mean, I interrupt my dang self. How am I supposed to talk in 8 seconds? And then you get a second in the front and a second in the back. It's 6 seconds. There's not much there. But I do think that it is going to help me to be concise when there's some news that I want to share that I don't think is a video. I'm going to use it for that. And then we'll see. I'll probably play with it for 6 weeks and get a feel for it. I don't know. That's just kind of where my brain is. And I'm not really sure why I'm okay with that so much and not TikTok. But
Good night, Laser.
I think it's because I read about it and the whole creator thing. Hey, Cricket, what's going on? I don't know. Do you think it's going to be a waste of time? Because it might be.
It might be, but it would be worth putting a couple minutes of effort into if it wasn't. And it is on the pioneer stages and you're there. You're the first one. I feel like that would be really cool.
Gonzo asked, what do you guys think of TikTok? Is it worth it? So last week we talked about it basically the whole hour.
Yeah, it was
a little long. Dave, so I'm not going to not answer. I'm going to answer you. But if you want more in-depth information, go back. Dave was our TikTok guru, expert, whatever you want to call it. I found his information fascinating. I went from I'm totally not interested to okay, I'm going to check that out. What are you laughing about? I feel like
Joe is so funny. Dislike for me. He cracks me up. So let me just say this really quick. Let me repeat it. Bill, Magic the Mouse, said, I have shoes older than the Lynn Project. And then Joe said, Magic the Mouse TV. Now those shoes have some old souls, as in.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I love it.
Mark said, Gonzo, you and Al could make some funny TikTok videos. I watch more TikTok. Yeah. I'm not gonna dive into the TikTok thing. I think that people believe it's an opportunity. I don't know that I agree yet, and I might just be the old guy who didn't get in early enough and is being defiant. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not something I'm comfortable with.
Okay. My personal stance on this is I'm a creator. I love creating things. TikTok is a different thing than what I want to actually create. It is a fun outlet for just tinkering around and doing something different that doesn't take as much time to edit a video with repurposed crap you already have in your phone that you're going to, not crap, but make it into something else. For me, I would rather put that effort into creating YouTube videos with a higher purpose, a higher return value, return on investment of your time. Whereas TikTok, I feel like people that are successful on TikTok are TikToking. That is what they're doing. They're not successful on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. Like they're not.
That's my sense too. I don't know that I have evidence for that. That's my sense. Do you have evidence for that, or is that just your belief?
That's both.
Well, I mean, that's good.
That's what I think. And the people there is one girl that I follow. She's so entertaining. She's hilarious. She does wackadoo things, and she's around my age, and she glues things to her face, and she's a mom, and she's just crazy. But she's just doing TikTok. That's all she's doing. She's not on YouTube. She's not on all these other platforms. As a YouTube-focused creator, to keep spreading your energy, and this is what I've been battling with, putting my energy in on Instagram, which takes a lot more time, creating the pictures and the posts and hashtagging, all of it, and creating your stories and keeping up with that. Find your focus. And I'm saying this to myself as I say it.
No, I understand.
Find your focus. My focus is YouTube. Stop diverting. You only have so much energy. I have a full-time job. I have a family, and I have this passion that's driving me on YouTube, and you only have so much time.
Hi, Noah. See, I totally agree with all of that. I also agree with the Gary V. You can't not be there. And so that's why I'm having trouble with my defiance towards TikTok. And then I'd already decided to dive into Byte. I had. And when I read the article about it, when it was going to come out, and then I knew it came out, and then, you know, I signed up, and it's still brand new. And I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 things a day on it. Yeah, Dale's crushing TikTok from what I hear. PPP's crushing TikTok from what I hear. Dave. So people I like, people I enjoy, people I consider friends, people I respect their opinion, are doing well with it. So what I'm not here to say is don't do TikTok. What I'm here to say is if you like it, go do TikTok. I think it's something that I currently, doesn't mean in 6 months I'll feel differently, won't feel differently, but I just don't think I want to. And I do want to do Byte. And here's what I know for me, and that's what I would say to you and everybody else out there. If you're attracted to it, do it. Hello, not Sean. And, I was going to say hi, Sean, but it wasn't. If you're attracted to it, do it, because you're going to spend the time on it. If you're not attracted to it, don't. Because I just, you know, I agree with what Lynn said. Totally. You only have so many hours in the day. I also agree with Gary V and Dave from Branding Dave. Yeah. You got to be everywhere, and I can't be everywhere. So I don't know. I guess that's where I'm going to leave it for now.
TikTok is very pedestrian.
Changing the subject drastically, unless you have anything you want to add on the TikTok or the Byte.
No, I think we covered it, and I want my toes in all the water, but there's one of me, and there's a million platforms, so I'm figuring it out.
Well, and there's some good questions. Gonzo just dropped a good question. I'm going to try to get to that. Okay, I'm going to get to Captain Acron's here first, though, because not to change the subject, but I wanted to talk about this. I didn't put it on the title. Because I wasn't sure if you have time for it.
We can't talk about it. I'm just kidding.
Captain Akron says, have you heard about the Kids Internet Design and Safety Act proposed by the same senator who wrote COPA, Senator Ed Markey? Yeah, this guy needs a punch in the neck. And I know YouTube's always listening. Ed, back off. You're an idiot. Okay, here we go. Ed Markey, the Democrat senator who wrote the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, has co-introduced a new bill that, if passed, would force platforms with their users under the age of 16 to radically alter the way they operate. What's the matter with mom and dad? Ed, did they ignore you? As children and teens increasingly spend their time on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat, Congress has yet to implement key safeguards that protect young people's well-being in the current digital media environment. Markey and fellow bill co-writer Senator Richard Blumenthal said in a statement. I am not trying to take a stance on politics, by the way. They're both Democrats. I'm just saying that. I'm not taking a stance. You do with that what you will. Markey added, powerful apps push kids to buy products at every turn online, and top platforms are saturated with disturbing content that no kid should ever be exposed to. I deeply agree with that. I work with kids every day. I've worked with kids since '93. I'm deeply passionate about keeping kids safe. This is not how to do it. If passed, and this is right from TubeFilter, by the way, if you want to find it, if you have the TubeBuddy mobile app, you hit the news button. It's a great place to get internet news. TubeFilter is a great one. That's where I'm getting this if you want to read it. If passed their bill, the Kids Internet Design and Safety Act, I hate it already because they tried to pick it out to make it call it kids, which makes me know it's BS, right? Would force platforms to disable core features such as video audio play, likes and or upvotes, push notifications, and any feature that rewards young users with badges or other visual award symbols based on elevated levels of engagement with platform. So if they gamify it, they're going to take it away because I think gamifying is just for kids. It's not, I hate that. Hey, eye to eye, what's going on? I hate this so much. That last one is vague, but could potentially target YouTube's channel memberships and Twitch subscriptions, which commonly reward special badges with special badges and emojis. Like the chat that now, the super chat that is now what, super sticker or something like that. So if you send me a super sticker and it's got a little animated thing, they would go after that kind of stuff because they think that's kid directed, which is stupid. The Kids Act would also make it illegal for platforms to recommend literally any kind of branded or sponsored content. This is the part that I think our Disney area is going to flip out on. Where did it go? In the bill, Markey and Blumenthal specifically accuse influencer marketing, that's us, of exposing children to marketing that is inherently manipulative or purposefully disguised as entertainment or other information. If I'm having fun opening up a box of Pepsi, it's like, oh man, I opened this is
so good.
Really good. You should have some. I'm not manipulating you. If I open up a Disney pin box and I like the Disney pins, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this pin. You should buy this from the Disney pin people at disneypins.com. And I get paid for that. That's called free enterprise, you freaking communist. Did I say that out loud? Feel free to dislike this video and go away if you don't like my position there. I mean it seriously.
I think it's ridiculous because how can they control it?
They can.
They
Let me answer that question. They can control it by telling Google, by telling TikTok, the Chinese government, by the way, by telling whoever that if you don't, we'll fine you, which I despise. Here's the worst part for our. Would you guys watch the DisTube with Perfectly Cat? She does lots of unboxing videos. We talked about that. They also specifically target unboxing videos, referring them, whether they are sponsored or not, as host selling. Host selling is formerly popular and now outlawed children's TV practice where an animated or live host would endorse a product during the broadcast, or characters from a show would pop up in commercials that played it while it aired. Like you're watching a movie and they use Pepsi and get paid for it.
Like watching TV.
Yeah. The basic problem lawmakers had with TV host selling is that because the advertising involved the show's host or characters, kids could be unaware it was marketing. Kids don't have any dollars. What are we doing here? Hey, mommy, can I have some crackers and can you buy me a Mercedes? Doesn't happen, people. This is stupid. So, yeah, I was not worried about COPPA. I made fun of people who were. This is them trying to get a hold on it. And this makes me mad. I'm not trying to take a political stance, but these two people are dumb as rocks. As you know, YouTube was recently hit with blah, 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 blah. I'm annoyed by this. I don't know if I haven't followed it closely. Kind of sounds like Big Brother's watching. This is, please don't hate me. And please don't, he doesn't vote the way I am, hate me, because that's going to happen right here. And I'm worried about it a little bit. But those who want to tell you what to do aren't there to protect you.
No.
They're not. They're there to control you. And it's my personal opinion. And if it makes you uncomfortable, it was nice knowing you. I don't need your help telling me how to tell my daughters to not eat Tide Pods. You know, I don't need the government's help to tell me to teach my girls not to eat Tide Pods because they're blue. Do you?
No, I don't. And if they do, survival of the fittest, I guess.
All of a sudden, I love Darwin right there.
Don't eat detergent. Just come on. You know better.
Who's Bill says, preach it, Pastor Whip. Oh my gosh, Pastor Whip. Oh, I'm going to tell my wife that one. She's going to like that. I got called Pastor Whip tonight. She's going to like that. Gonzo had a great question too, and it's off topic. But if you have anything you want to add to that, subtract from that, disagree with me, anything while I find Gonzo's question, because it was good.
It was, how do you find the balance between?
Yeah, no, I found it. I wanted to.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to read it. Do you guys think sometimes that YouTube, this is from Gonzo Miguel, my buddy. Do you guys think sometimes that YouTube is taking family time away, but that's the price that we need to pay? How do you balance YouTube time with family time? Do you want to go first or me? I feel like I've been talking a lot.
We actually kind of just talked about this.
You did. I have a strong opinion.
Yes, you're balancing, and it's always a struggle. It's constantly trying to make sure that you are devoting the time you need to follow your passion and what you're doing, but also to spend time with the people that you love that mean the most to you in your life. And that's why I haven't been creating as much videos as I was just telling Jeff. I have at least 8 or 9 videos from November, 2 from December, and another probably 6 or 7 from January that I need to edit. And I work, I have a family, and I have YouTube, and I'm passionate about all of them.
This isn't your job. I had no idea.
If it was paying my bills, then I would be able to just do this.
Someday, my friend, someday.
Someday. But right now, it's not. And it's something I'm passionate about. It's my hobby, and I love it. But my family is important to me, and spending quality time with them. Yesterday was my day off, and I had my live stream with Triple P, and I messed around on Instagram for a little bit, and then I put my phone down for the rest of the evening and went out to dinner with my family and watched movies with my husband, and I didn't edit a video I should have edited because that was my day off. But you have to make choices that's right for you. And in that time, I needed a mental break from everything else where I was just with my husband and my kids or one or the other and got to have a great conversation with my 16-year-old and catch up with him and see how he's doing. And you have to make sure you keep touch with reality.
So is your answer to his question yes or no?
What is the actual?
Do
Is
you
that
guys
the
think that
price we need
sometimes
to pay?
YouTube is taking family time away?
It
But that's
does.
supposed to be fact.
It does, but that is your journey to figure out how to balance it all. That is the game, like, of life. That is life. That's life in general. This is just one more puzzle piece. It's another chess piece on the board. So
I love the way
yeah.
you said it, and I've agreed with everything you said, but I would say no.
No?
And it's weird because we talked before the stream, and everything you said there, I agree with 100%. But I've got a little bit of a different take.
Let's hear it.
Do you guys think sometimes that YouTube is taking family time away, but that's the price that we need to pay? Hell no. I am doing YouTube for two reasons. One, 99.9% of it, I like it and it's fun. Second reason, 0.1%, I see it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
An opportunity to do something I love, build relationships that are lifelong and awesome, and maybe help me buy some DVC points so I can take my grandkids to Disney more, not less. It's what I do with my life. I definitely look at the world differently than most people. I do. I think that most people waste all day, every day. I think I waste more time than I should every day. And I think I waste way less time than most people. I think that what I cut out last year or late in 2018, when I decided to try to actually do YouTube, whatever the heck that means, is I took away a lot of things out of my life. But one, my family. Like that, nothing comes before that. I mean, time with my wife and time with my daughters and time with now my grandkids. That's weird to say. Will always come first. What I took out is, what did I take out? Netflix.
Right.
I mean, what we talked about pre-show is I was feeling not guilt, a little bit lazy because I've been watching Sopranos.
Yeah.
So I went back to Netflix. Okay, this one's Amazon. Doesn't matter, And now we have Disney Plus. I mean, with Netflix, with Amazon, with Hulu, with Disney Plus, we could waste our whole life, and I think most people are. Yeah. I'm not taking away my time from my family. I am taking away my time from, what's that movie where they all turn into people like me and they all sit there up in space and what's the Disney movie where they just sit in their thing?
Wally.
And Wally, yes, Wally. I couldn't find it. I love that movie so much. Why do they look like me? That pisses me off. That's a whole nother concept. But I would no, Gonzo, and I love you, and and we'll talk more about this. It takes away other things. Don't let anything get in the way. And I know you're not, you won't. But no, it doesn't get in the way of family ever. It gets in the way of everything else. If you have no other time, okay, well, there you go. But I have plenty of time. I'm the executive director, CEO of a nonprofit. We left the Boys and Girls Club to be an independent organization. I have plenty of time. Compared to the world, I probably have less time. I have plenty of time. I haven't watched Oprah in my whole life, to be honest. I just think there's plenty of other things that we can delete. Now, if you can't, some people are busy. If you're working, Lynn, I think you've told me many times you work 15 hours a day sometimes. I haven't worked more than 10 hours in a long time. I used to. I don't anymore. If I put in 8 hours, I'm grumpy. So, just truth. But it took a long time to get there. But no, I don't think that YouTube is taking away from family time. But that's because there's plenty of other crap I was able to delete.
One thing I want to say as a disclaimer that might have been misunderstood by the way I said it is that, like, when I used to watch a lot more, and I would watch YouTube all day long. And
What a good point. What a good point. Keep going.
That's how I would spend my time. I'd be watching the trackers, watching DFB Guide, and watching everyone else. And then as I got to know more people, I got to watch more content, but I was watching and not creating. Now, when I'm watching, I only have so much time. So I try to spread the love when I can. But when I'm on Netflix and watching a show and binging, or Amazon Prime or whatever show we're watching, I'm watching with my husband, and that is how we spend quality time together. So when I say I'm doing that instead, that's a way we've spent time together for the last 18 years as we watch movies together. That is us time.
Yeah.
And it's watching something, we hit pause, we talk for 20 minutes about some random topic, and then we hit play, and then we watch for 20 minutes, and then we hit pause, and then we talk about some random other topic. That's
even do that. Like, even if I'm watching the news in the morning, I'm like, oh, hey, and like, so me and Paula will talk about work, even fun things like in real life or in fun life, or social time or work time. We live in an age where we don't have, we're not done home on Tuesday to watch Happy Days because that's the only time it's on. We can watch what we want when we want. But I don't know how do I say this. Most people who watch YouTube but don't create on YouTube think that creators are watching YouTube. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube compared to how much TV I watch.
Right.
I watch way less YouTube than most people who are watching YouTube.
Right.
That's when it comes to the conversation, TikTok, Byte, Instagram. There are people who watch. There are people who create. Hey, David, the producer, there are some people who do both. But there's not that many.
Yeah.
I don't watch nearly as much YouTube as most people think I do. I do watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
I watch almost no TV. I mean, I still have TV. During baseball season, I'll watch TV. I'll have a game on every night. Right there. And I watch the news in the morning. I purposely don't want to get caught up in another show. Like, I'm watching The Sopranos right now. The Sopranos started in 1999. That's how many years behind I am. I love Breaking Bad. I know Better Call Saul started. I haven't even watched any of them.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I've given up those things.
There's so much great content in general out there between all the shows on Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, and
there's a lot. Yeah.
All of it. And then there's normal primetime TV, which I haven't had TV in forever. I don't even know the new commercials people are making jokes about. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they'll pull up a YouTube clip of the TV commercial because I don't
like a YouTube clip. I love that. I think that 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, people thought that people who weren't watching TV were crazy. I think that there's more and more people who are like, you're still on TV. Like, do you eat, like a dinosaur? Like, it's dead. TV's been dead for years.
Yeah.
Now, streaming's not dead. But so Paula's sick. We had a family day on the couch. I sat on my little chair. She was on her couch. One of my daughters was on the couch. The other daughter's doing a camp for church right now. So she was packing and left. And we watched Coco. And what else did we watch? We watched 2 full Disney movies. So I sat down on my butt for like 3-4 hours and just consumed. And that's kind of why I was telling you before the show started what I was telling you. Even YouTube is putting out shows, right? YouTube TV, exactly. Blue.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just think that when I'm taking a break, I consume stuff. I don't watch. How can you? Just do the math. How many channels I love? If they all put out 1 3-minute video a week, I couldn't keep up. There's no way. So anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we need all of them. We all need to be we need consumers and creators, and it's the great circle of life. I'm not going to make everybody leave your chat by singing, but
Stacy says, personally, I still love TV, and there are so many shows I love to watch. There's a bunch of shows I love to watch too. I just can't. I mean, I didn't go and watch Onward the opening night because my wife is sick. I'd rather do, I mean, let's be real. I save myself 30, 40, 50 bucks probably, but you know, I wanted to go see it. But that's
$100 when we go to the movies.
I know, right? I don't know who I was lying to there, but
like I want to go to the movies for 40, 50 bucks.
I don't know why that came out of my mouth that way, but I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I want to add Byte to my arsenal, not reruns of Oprah. Is that a thing? Do they have reruns of Oprah?
I don't know.
Yeah, Stacy says that's why there's a watch later list. Exactly. So anyway, you know what I haven't done? I haven't talked about our sponsor, my sponsor for this show, and I'm feeling like
yes, Bill.
What?
He just said, now I'm a bigger YouTube addict. I drink coffee from a Lynn Project and Orlando Guy coffee mugs. He was my first purchase on my store. I love that. Thank you so much.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, speaking of that, Bill, my buddy, he's in the chat. He is my first sponsor, and I'm going to read the first of the two ads right now. The Magic of the Mouse podcast, where each week your hosts, Bill Guerrero Sr. and Bill Guerrero Jr., will be bringing you the latest Disney news and discussing everything Disney. Coming up in March, the Magic of the Mouse podcast will have two special guests, fellow YouTube creators who's in the chat, Richard, the Orlando guy, and somebody else. Do you know who it is, Lynn?
Me.
Lynn from the Lynn Project for 2 episodes each. New episodes drop every Wednesday morning on all the major podcast apps, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, Overcast, iHeartRadio, and Google. He's a great guy. Had a great time hanging out with him for a little bit at Magic Kingdom a couple weeks ago now, I guess. And just love him. You know, we did my only video that I posted this week was basically us doing our first kind of a podcast, kind of a live stream. But I
caught some of that.
It's a sports show. Yeah. And you know, I've got a sports channel that I got like 36 subscribers on it, and I don't post a lot on there. I will though, and he's got a sports channel too, and we're going to be posting it over there. But we're going to put it on my channel in the beginning, just because I mean that I want it, and he wants to, and it'll be fun. But I'm really excited about that project, and we're hoping to bring in other people too. I love baseball, and I'm going to talk baseball to myself or to people I like. So I'd rather do it with people I like. But anyway, go check out his Spotify everywhere podcast. I'm going to drop the link to it right now.
Good night, Mikkel.
And obviously, you need to get over there because he's going to have 2 of my favorite people. One of them being Lynn, if I can hit the right buttons. Did you record it yet?
No, not yet.
It's a lot of fun.
I need to check my email. I don't remember the dates.
He says, I was the old next to Jeff. Yeah, at one point I said, oh, man, it's just 2 old guys talking about baseball. Yeah, here, Gonzo. Good seeing you. Thanks for being here. Sorry about my mouth. Yeah, that is good stuff right there. Good stuff. So anyway, and I think that's a good place to dive in. You know, I don't think I'm not too busy, okay? But I do have this channel, and I'm starting another channel, and I've got a podcast, and I'm not even talking about my work stuff. And I'm adding Byte, and I feel guilty about TikTok. And in the end, it's all fun, or I wouldn't do any of it.
Right.
It doesn't get in the way of my family time. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. The last 2 times now, I've said it when it was the last time I went, but now it's happened 2 times, that I went to Disney with my wife and my kids. My wife said, why aren't you live streaming, right? Why aren't you live streaming? You love it. And it's just because she loves me and she wants me to do what I love, right? She knows I love you guys, and I love connecting with you guys. You know, they make fun of, like, the 3 times ago, whatever. When I first had somebody recognize me in the parks, my goodness, this guy who does not need a self-esteem boost got a self-esteem boost. It was amazing. And that my daughter and my wife heard it is still awesome, right? Well, now it's happening a little more, and wifey knows the truth. I like it. I like it a lot. And so, oh, wow, 6.0. Hey, Zugo Mugo. Wow, I hope everybody's okay. 6.0 just hit off of San Francisco. Hope it's okay.
Great.
So anyway, it's kind of neat. My point is, and I hope Gonzo hasn't left yet, because I feel like this is like a good ending for my part of the answer to his question. If my wife and my kids weren't in, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, if they thought it was a waste of our time, waste of my time, pulling away from family time, I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm not asking you about this, but, you know, I know you pretty well. I've got to talk to Sean. Seems insanely supportive of whatever disease you have. My wife is also supportive of mine. So I mean, am I right? He's in, right? I mean,
yeah, no, I mean, he's not so are we on my side of this now? Are you okay?
He
So
says, interesting.
so no one in my family is crazy bananas about Disney like I am. That is all me. No one can come to Disney with me and not have an amazing time. I usually will take one at a time, one kid or my husband. Like it's just one of them. It's one-on-one time. So when they go with me, they have a great time. They hate to admit it, but they know they have it. And they just don't want to really be a part of the YouTube thing. And now my younger son is saying he's going to start a YouTube channel and pass me up. And I'm like, go for it. Please
I
do.
love it.
Please do it. I have been asking you guys to do it because we have all the equipment. Just go for it. Whatever you want to do, go for it. Shoot for the stars. Sean recently has gotten on board. We have had amazing adult trips going to Disney together, and just the two of us experiencing a different side of Disney where we go to Disney Springs and hang out all night, bar hop and watch live music and eat really, really good food that the kids won't appreciate. So I don't take them to go to the counter service or the table service restaurants, and we love it. I don't know. I think that there's a different appreciation for every facet of my family members. But going forward, probably it'll be me and my husband going to Disney after our annual passes expire in June. And the kids will move on to Universal and take them there and do that in a different facet because they're ready for a different side of thrilling and whatever else. And that's fine. That's what's going to fit our family. And that's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm the Lynn Project, not Lynn Does Disney. So I figured that out from a year ago.
Well, I've always loved that name. And just back to the earthquake, 5.9, right off the coast. It's so close to the coast that there couldn't be a tsunami there. So that's good news. But anyway, go ahead, check it out. But it looks good to me. But we'll learn more as news gets out. So I don't know if we provided all the value that I expected to provide. I wanted to talk about Byte as an opportunity as it related to Vine. Not as necessarily an alternative to TikTok. I feel like I almost talked about like as an alternative to TikTok. And we didn't talk about sponsorships too much, but we will. I've got more I wanted to share. It's probably going to be a whole show anyway, so maybe we'll do that next week. But I don't know. Before we end, I mean, it's already been an hour, right? It's crazy. Before we get to the end here and close it up, and please don't go anywhere. I'm going to talk about my sponsor one more time and talk about a few more things. But what do you got coming up on your show? I mean, I haven't watched anything from your channel this week, so I apologize.
It's fine.
It's not you. No, anything. Well, I mean,
no apologies necessary at all. And even people that I'm friends with, they're like, I'm going to go subscribe. I'm going to watch you. I'm like, if you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you want to watch my content, watch my content. Please don't feel obligated because it's not for everybody. It's for people that are drawn to the content I'm putting out. And if you don't want to be here, don't be here. But the people that want to be here, I don't know what happened there. I sounded like my 12-year-old for a second there.
Oh, it was like Gollum. I want to be able to do that. Do that again. Oh, awesome.
But if you want to be here, I love having you here. I love having all you guys in chat and bouncing ideas off of and having conversations with. I started a weekly live stream on Thursdays, checking in with the Lynn Project at 10 p.m. every Thursday night, where I just talk to you guys, catch up with you, what's going on with my channel, what's up and coming, what I'm working on, what I'm trying to work on, what I did.
Eastern people, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturdays, I have Coffee and Contemplation with Practically Perfect Park Hopping, Triple P. And this week will be on my channel. If they haven't hit their hours, then it'll be on theirs.
So he's close.
He's close. He's so close. So if you guys are fans of Triple P, my partner channel, please go and just hit the playlist, play all, and get them to their hours because he's already at like 1.1 and he just needs to hit about 300 more hours of watch time before he gets monetization. So we're trying hard.
Bill says in the chat, Josh the man, he really is. He's a talented guy. There's plenty of sales that I'll say they're going to pass us all up, and he's one of them. Him, the Orlando guy. You know, they're on another level in my opinion. I really like him as a dude. I really love what they do, and his family's so cute. His wife's cute, and his kiddo's the cutest, and the charcuterie girl that I can never think of her name, but I like her. Yeah, charcuterie.
Yeah, they're seriously awesome people, and that's why we're partner channels. We connected so much in the very beginning. We started our channels at the same time, and I have my 1-year anniversary on YouTube coming up March 31st, I think is the day. I'm trying to do something for it, but we'll see. What happens.
I'm just really excited that he's going to get monetized. It's
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah,
absolutely well deserved, and I would love to see them get there before the week's end and celebrate it.
See, now I feel guilty because I was not watching anybody this week, but you know, it is what it is. It's
I try to just put it on in the background and hit a playlist and hit play all, mute it, and then that way it's just, you know, what I can do to help, because they should be there. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love what they do. And his thumbnails are the best. They're the best.
Thanks, Mar. Yeah, and he created my Every Day's Countdown to Disney
logo.
Icon. Yeah, logo. I said icon. It's an icon.
I think
whatever. And then he created our coffee and contemplation one, which is awesome. It's like coffee spilling out of a coffee mug.
He's got a cool thing where it's like cut in half, and it just looks pro. I really like it. By the way, I think Creatorly went away again.
Did it really?
I didn't try to log in today, but I've been able to log in since I got back from Disney. I was going to talk to you about that off stream, but whatever. I don't know. I haven't emailed the guy yet, because if his website's down, I'm guessing he's not responding to emails. But whatever. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about my sponsor one more time.
Yes.
That's Phil Guerrero, my favorite and only Phillies fan friend. But sure, I can't even read. Let's try that again. Be sure to follow Magic of the Mouse Facebook page to join their almost 7,000 followers who enjoy their daily Disney news posts and photos. You can also find the Magic of the Mouse on Instagram and Twitter. Just do a search for Magic of the Mouse. Also, be sure to check out Magic of the Mouse TV channel on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified when they post a new video from the Disney parks. Seriously, I always joke at this point. He's a great guy. Got really cool content, and he's gonna blow up too. I really like. He puts family first too, and it really hit me with that Gonzo's question. You find a way to do what you love with the people who you love, and that's what he did. Him and his son. It's just an opportunity for them to spend more time talking baseball, and I fully get that. You know, I'm a baseball nut who moved away from all my baseball friends. My baseball fan friends. I live out here in Texas. I got plenty of friends out here, but the guys I played with, the guys I coached with, all that whole world, they're in a whole nother state. And so I don't have a son. I got 4 daughters who don't understand why I like baseball, but it's really cool. You're going to like their podcast, and it's sports and it's Disney. So boy, is that my jam. If you like what I like, you're going to like them. So anyway, go check out Bill and his whole crew over at Magic of the Mouse. The podcast and the YouTube channel. I do want to talk about sponsors at some point on the show. Again, that'll be coming soon. But we've talked about some other things too, and I'll talk to you about it off stream about some ideas. But I'll just leave it at that. Anything in chat for Lynn before we say goodnight, people? I'm talking about the Polly. I'm trying to follow chat. I don't feel like I did a very good job.
Ohana, Blue Nose was talking about wanting to try Ohana. We love Cape May Cafe because I will eat my weight in crab leg, and they should pay me to eat there because it's so good.
Goals, right? Someday.
So good. There's so many places to eat. I want to eat everywhere. I just need more time. In due time.
So we went to Ohana, and I enjoyed it very much. We all enjoyed it, but we all went, we won't do that again.
Okay, so that's kind of the response we had. So my kids were super tired.
Really?
We're going to wrap this up in a minute, but I want to say my piece. We went there on our very first Disney trip. It was like Sean hammered at the reservations to get it for us, and he got Ohana, and we were like, yes, we got it. And I was strict vegetarian that night, so I didn't eat any of the meats on skewers, and the kids were pooped out, and Sean loved it. He ate all of it, but the kids were so tired they barely ate anything, and it was good food. Sean said he really loved it. I don't know. He's in the chat. Speak your piece, I guess. If I'm not,
I guess I like that.
if I'm not giving an accurate description, that's what I got from it. But as a vegetarian, wasn't worth it. For the kids, and mind you, 10 and over is adult prices. So this was a $200+ meal, and there weren't characters. It was just the food. I liked experiencing it, but I don't think we'll do it again.
So there wasn't characters?
Only characters for breakfast.
Oh, we had it at breakfast. I didn't know that. Okay. So we did it for breakfast, and it was really good. It was really good. And we did get some cool pictures. Oh, I'm reading Stacy.
I was just gonna.
So I see it popped up, and I looked at it. Normally I talk while I'm reading, but it said we're no longer friends. I'm like, oh, what did I do? Yeah, no. Stacy, I love you, but you clearly hit your head as it relates to sports teams. And I just didn't assume you were a Phillies fan. I know you're an Eagles fan, but that's the whole thing. I don't know. I really liked it, but you could go down. So we're now DVC, and our home, whatever, is the Poly. So we've gone twice since then, and we're every time moving forward until I leave this planet. When we go to Disney, I'm probably going to have a meal, at least, if not more, at the Poly, whether I'm staying there or not.
Yeah.
It's never going to be Ohana. Captain Cooks is amazing, and it's cheaper. For Disney, it's cheap. For Disney, it's cheap. What's right next to Ohana? That one we didn't even eat there, but you can get everything you can get at Ohana. You can get it there for cheaper.
Yeah, Tambu Lounge.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Or Terrace, maybe Tambu Terrace. Whatever. The one right next to Ohana. Like, it's really cool, but it comes down to I love so much food at Disney food. There's so many different opportunities.
So many good options. Like, I need cow stomach. I need like 5 stomachs so I can eat all the food. So
I'm 50 years old, and I worked my butt off my whole life to get my belly this big. So you're going to have to just work harder, Lynn, because, this is not easy. Kona.
Work harder.
Oh, I've succeeded. I got plenty of room. But my point is, I want to have some expensive meals at Disney. When I have expensive meals, it's almost assuredly going to be something I haven't already had.
Yeah.
Now, there's my go-tos. We talked about the barbecue place at Animal Kingdom on my previous stream.
Yeah.
It's not, for the money, that's pretty cheap for Disney.
Yeah.
For Disney. And so there's plenty of things that I'm going to be a regular goer to. The expensive stuff, boy, I can't imagine going to anything that's expensive twice. And it was great. It wasn't a 10. It was like an 8.
Cape May. We're like so hooked on Cape May. It's bad. It's bad. I need to forget about it. I need to do like a brainwash.
I don't even know where it is. Like, I'm not even. I mean, I know
it's at the beach club.
Yeah, I haven't even been there yet. Hey, Team, how are you? Blue Nose, Blue Nose for the win. Are we talking Wally again? When people, I see people every now and then. I'll see somebody. Now that I'm on YouTube, I'll get friends that are like, "Oh man, I haven't seen you in a while," and I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, "Man, I wish I could have had my belly grow that much because that guy can do some damage at Disney." They think that I wish I was skinny. If I wanted to be skinny, I'd be skinny.
We do need to do a vlog of me eating 5 pounds of crab. I would do that. I would so do that.
My grandpa loved crab. I would always buy my grandpa crab for like the special days, his birthday or anything that he was celebrating. Me and Paula, when we started dating and got married, we'd bring him crab for his special events. He just loved crab so much. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
am 35 and I just discovered how amazing it is.
You said that when we were talking that night. I'm like, what?
So I'm making up for 35 years of missing.
Yeah, I remember being pretty confused early on. Like, she's a what? Because I don't know those rules, but
I'm a pedestrian.
That doesn't. Yeah, I'm a pedestrian. That was funny.
Spell check hates me.
Yeah, right. So anyway, we will have another show next week at this time. It's a little overtime. We can't go too much more. So I'm going to start wrapping it up here. Next week, I don't have the topics yet because so much happens. Me and Lynn talked about having topics. It just doesn't make sense to plan out topics because something comes up every week.
Yeah. Like the day before or the day of. We figure it out.
I promise we're going to talk about sponsorships at some time. There's so many things I want to talk about. But we're going to have a lot of fun things. Check out my sponsor of this show, his podcast and his YouTube channel, Magic of the Mouse. We're going to be doing some fun things. There's going to be a lot of baseball stuff coming up too. So if you're interested in that, we have 20 deep in our Disney Creator YouTube Fantasy Baseball League. 20 deep. That's going to be awesome. So I'll probably start probably maybe this week even, or maybe next week. Lots of good stuff coming up. I got Paige and Mr. Morrow next week on DizTube. Saturday morning show will be back. Awesome. Friday night show will be back. I skipped Disney Pins and I skipped Beauty and the Beast because we just had people were sick and I was tired.
Things happen. That'll
be back. I will, Shelly. I appreciate that. I will check it tomorrow. I'll be at the office bright and early tomorrow, so I'll be checking that.
Shelly, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. I can't wait to put it up somewhere.
No, I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
Please get over to Lynn's channel. If you've noticed, she's awesome. No, Team Mold. I sent you a note, Team Mold. Look at I got all high. Yes. I saw you sent me a message about May. I'm looking at my clock here or my calendar here. I'll reach out to you, Team Mold, as soon as I get off this with Lynn, and I'll talk to you about the league too. That would be it though, because we're at 20. But anyway, Lynn, you want to promote anything before we say goodnight to everybody?
I think I said everything that I wanted to say. Instead of typing it, Stacy, no, I haven't tried lobster yet. Not in like 15 years, so it's on my list. I'm gonna try that. And
lobster's
yes,
super good. I love
Blue Nose, Chris, Mar, and I are great pedestrians.
Chris, can I just talk to Chris for a minute? Pretend like it's just me and Chris.
Yeah.
So Chris, I think I told you this. I live really close to Naval Air Station Fort Worth, and they fly over my house sometimes. And I pulled up with my daughter earlier today, and they were buzzing, and I just sat out in my leaning up on my car, looking up, and I thought of you. I thought about getting out my video camera and doing a video. I love the power of our jets are amazing. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. I'm going to shut up now. I had lobster bisque for dinner last night, though, Lynn.
That sounds so good.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. I love lobster.
You guys are amazing.
I'm pretty sure you said something about amazing while I was saying I'm going to shut up now.
I said, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
That's it for tonight, guys. We love you. Thanks for being here. Next Sunday, we'll do a little bit of this too. F-18s and F-35s. Exactly, buddy. Exactly. I have to talk to him. But that'll be another time. Paige and Mr. Morrow next Sunday night, Saturday morning with a wife, Friday morning with Disney Pins with
Friday night.
I think that's enough. And I got a whole bunch of stuff from Disney that'll be coming out here soon. And I went to McDonald's with my daughter, and they had Disney Happy Meals. That's probably what I'll put out tomorrow.
Yay.
She loves those. I can't go by McDonald's and not do that now when she sees a Disney Happy Meal. So it's part of my channel now. But,
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, that's it. Have the best night ever, everybody. Have a great week. Go do something awesome for somebody. Subscribe to Magic of the Mouse. Subscribe to the Lynn Project. Have the best day ever.
Every day's countdown to Disney.
Bye, everybody.